House Republicans earlier this month revealed their tax plan, and boy, is it bad. Now, while for now it has no possibility of becoming law, the details of this plan show you their priorities, and their priorities are, unsurprisingly, to give all the money to the rich. Let's get into it. Now, this was introduced by Representative Buddy Carter, and the bill, which is called the, get this name, the Fair Tax Act. Fair for who? Well, it would eliminate all federal income tax. God. Especially the ones on the rich and corporations. This is the first ones that are going to be gone. Now, what it does to raise revenue is to replace it with a 30% national sales tax. Now, it wasn't too long ago that Republicans were complaining about the price of things. Inflation, Bidenflation, everything costs so much. Why are eggs so expensive? Oh my God. Everything is so expensive right now. Did you know that it's almost $4 for a gallon of gas? Oh my God, only in Biden's America. Those are the same people who are now wanting to slap a 30% increase onto the price of goods. Oops. Again, that's if they get their way. Massively regressive, and since it is regressive, it obviously hurts poor people the most. That's the whole point. And it also helps the rich. Now, rich people, of course, are going to save money because they don't have to pay corporate taxes or wealth taxes or any taxes on any of the money that they have. They're going to save so much money. But Jeff, what about the 30% tax? They're also going to be paying that consumption tax, correct? Yeah, but they're going to save so much more after paying it. It's going to take up so much less of their income to buy, to consume products. They're going to make out like bandits. Poor people, however, so let me tell you, poor people generally don't have to pay federal income taxes. Now, why is it? It's because they don't have enough money. They don't make enough money to pay federal income taxes. And so what will happen with them is that they will get a 30% increase on everything. Now, Carter's legislation, which currently has nearly 24 House GOP co-sponsors, would also abolish the IRS, which will, of course, help wealthy tax cheats, and eliminate the payroll taxes that would finance Medicare and Social Security. So as an added bonus to them, they also would get rid of Medicare and Social Security, because if it doesn't have money, doesn't have funding, the program can't exist. So that's, of course, an added bonus to them, right? So this is their dream bill. Eliminate taxes for the rich and corporations, kill Medicare and Social Security, and increase prices for poor people. They love it. And by the way, other things that would be killed: Medicaid, food stamps, Section 8 housing, pretty much everything that is funded by taxes. Congratulations. The entire social safety net would be absolutely obliterated. Now, Carter, he says, well, that might be a little unpopular, but don't worry. We're going to help you out a little bit. All right? Tiny bit. The plan designates a monthly prebate, which sounds a little sketchy. Prebate.
Sexual anarchy.
Okay, anyway. This prebate for most U.S. households would help families cover the cost of basic necessities. Pretty much effectively replacing the earned income tax credit, which you make from working, obviously, the child tax credit, and other existing tax benefits the measure would eliminate. Now, I mentioned the earned income tax credit because, again, you have to work for that. So poor people, the elderly, disabled, are they going to get this? Probably not. They're going to get massively screwed over, along with anyone else who isn't extremely wealthy. So how bad is it? According to Matt Brunig at the People's Policy Project, it's estimated that the poorest 20% of the public would pay roughly 70% of their income in taxes as a result of the bill's levy on consumption. That's just for goods, doesn't include rent, bills. But again, the prebate, right? What about the prebate? Steve Wormoff of the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy warned that the prebate would not be enough to offset the financial hit most Americans would face from the new national sales tax. Again, it would be just a tiny, tiny little bit. Think about, I don't know, somebody chops off your arm and then gives you a Band-Aid. Here you go. Oh, here's your prebate. Hope you can deal with that. No, that's ridiculous. Now, back in, this is what Wormoff wrote. Back in 2004, ITEP estimated that the fair tax was enacted and the national sales tax rate was set at 45%, which would be obviously higher than what is being proposed today. The poorest 80% of Americans would face net tax hikes from the proposal, while most of those among the richest 20% would enjoy net cuts. ITEP, he says, plans to re-estimate the proposal because a great deal has changed since 2004. Well, since 2004, of course, the idea of the flat tax is still terrible. So at least that hasn't changed. It's still a horrible thing. Terrible for the average person, great for rich people. That's why Republicans love it. It gets them, rich people, corporations, gives them everything, and punishes poor people for being poor by making them pay increased taxes. In a consumer-driven economy, which again, even more disastrous, but rich, corporations, at least they won't have to pay any taxes at all, so I guess they'll manage. Look, this is who they are. Okay? It's what they want. And yes, even though at this point it's not going to pass, they're still showing you that if they had their way, this is what some of them want to do. Hey, when people show you who they are, I don't know, maybe it might be good to believe them.